Nobody trusts the media right now because you got people over on, what's that show called? Who even watches that, honestly? Like, I feel like the only time we watch this together is when I pull clips for you so you can see how insane they are. But they got a little off the reservation today on the show because they started talking about how Bad Bunny, is just fantastic. Clearly, they don't speak Spanish because I've listened to the lyrics. And they're bad. Like, hence the name, I guess. No, but they're really actually just so unbelievably bad. Like, I was going to actually show them parts of them in English on the show. I created some graphics and stuff, and I was like, I can't do that. I really can't do that. But anyway, they don't get it. This is a guy who has made it very clear he does not want to be in the U.S. He's Puerto Rican, therefore he has U.S. citizenship, but he does not want to do his tour in the U.S. because of ICE. Hey, Bad Bunny, are you still going to perform at the Super Bowl? I mean, you did say that you wouldn't perform anywhere where ICE was, right? And I got news. ICE is going to be there.
Yeah, we'll be all over that place. And we're going to enforce the law. So I think people should not be coming to the Super Bowl unless they're law-abiding Americans who love this country.
So, Bad Bunny, take your own advice. Cancel. No one wants to watch you anyway. No one does. I mean, basically we're all going to leave during the halftime report if, in fact, he gets to do this thing. I mean, I just don't know why he doesn't cancel. New York Times was so excited. They're, Bad Bunny, right? Because they're thinking big showdown with ICE. Well, he's made it very clear. I mean, this is a very political pick, by the way, by the NFL and Roger Goodell. Strategic in that they're trying to really expand the NFL franchise internationally. Big business opportunity, right? They can get all the Hispanics down in South and Latin America to buy into football. I'm not so sure that's going to happen, but that's the goal. They were just over in Dublin a couple weekends ago playing a game there. I think it was the Steelers, right? Who else was there? I can't remember. But the point being, they're trying to go global with football. And part of that is let's bring in the Hispanic community. And they think by having Bad Bunny there, they can do that. The problem, I guess, is, again, that Bad Bunny has said repeatedly that he doesn't want to be in the U.S., right? Like, there are so many reasons I didn't show up in the U.S. for my tour. None of them are out of hate. All these shows have been successful. We were talking, and they were very concerned about the maldito ice, as he calls them. The bad ice could be outside of a concert. So that's why he decided not to come. And it's, by the way, just a bizarre move from a business standpoint because the NFL does actually need to get its deal approved by the DOJ, the FCC, and the FTC, all controlled by Donald Trump. If they want to actually buy or have an interest in, because ESPN is buying them, that deal to combine ESPN, right, and the NFL is going to get a 10% stake in ESPN. That's an ABC company. And so watch what the ABC host, Joy Behar, says on that atrocious show that is really one that should be off of TV soon today.
Go to the Super Bowl when Bad Bunny is there and round up all these people that are illegal immigrants. Do you think that she would go if it was Garth Brooks or Eminem or Taylor Swift or any other white person?
Let me understand what you're saying, because she's going to go to the Super Bowl and round up. How's she going to know who's who?
Because the Supreme Court has given permission to question anyone who has a Spanish accent or has a dark skin.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everybody get a little cocoa butter, sit in the sun. That's the first thing. and this is the only time you can probably ever do this. Give yourself a Latin accent.
Whoopi, that is such a good idea.
And see if she can tell who's who.
Our thanks to Media Research Center for pulling that clip. It was just a bad choice. But I think that they want to be in the news cycle this way for whatever reason. Don't ask me why they would do this. Otherwise, Joy Behar is saying, why would she do this? Why would she do this? Well, this is a guy who's made it very clear who his followers are, who listens to him. He said it here. Listen.
U.S. again. I'm scared that ICE might raid the venue outside my show. And honestly, I can't risk the safety of my fans like that. Mainland America just doesn't feel necessary to me anymore.
Okay, then you know what? We don't really need you then, do we? I mean, Disney, if you were smart, you wouldn't be suggesting to Roger Goodell that he do this. By the way, NBC, if you were smart, you wouldn't be putting this guy on either, because you know what? Those FCC violations on network television, they can pile up, whether they're in English or Spanish. Okay, so if there's a bunch of swears and a bunch of inappropriate content in Spanish, it counts against you just like it would in English. Thank you very much. And they're already on thin ice. In fact, the president was sending out 2 social posts about Rev Sharpton. It was actually really funny. He's like showing Rev in like all his glory. And I mean all his glory back in the day when Rev was, woohoo, the Rev, right? Talking about just what a terrible, terrible person he is and what a political hack he is. I mean, isn't he the guy that took like $500,000 for the Kamala interview on MSNBC for his charity? Oh yeah, right before he sat down with her. Lovely.